are y'all. Milk and Cookies.
Episode 9,
Number 9, y'all.
real life. You
We
know what I'm
are
saying?
episode 9.
9 weeks.
Let's cheers to that, friend.
Cheers, absolutely.
Let's cheers to that.
Cheers.
We have a little toxic little concoction going on here. We ain't even gonna tell y'all because it's ratchet. But just know it does the trick, okay? Because listen, as per usual,
Child, I don't even want to. But
this
we're here.
traffic is insane. But we made it.
And that's, you know what? And that's what's most important. And there was no one walking on the freeway. So shout out to that.
No one was offering me drugs this time on the freeway.
No, not this time.
Not this time.
Oh, such a bummer.
That was a bummer. Like, because I could have used some drugs at that point. Because
The drive. Girl, you.
Say no to drugs, kids. I'm joking.
I'm just at this point in my life where I'm like, I'm not worrying about nothing. I'm going to get there. I just have to make plans to make sure that I'm not late and blah, blah, blah.
Right. I mean, life happens per usual.
Definitely.
Per usual. But we are here, y'all.
Episode 9
Episode 9, because who don't want some milk and cookies?
Now, you guys should know by now, but just in case if you forgot, I'm Milk, a.k.a. Shasta.
And I'm Cookies, a.k.a. Mari Baby.
And we are the Milk and Cookies podcast. Welcome so much. A shout out to all our new subscribers.
Yes. Oh my God.
Because we did get like a really big like jump in subscribers. So
Thank
for
you guys.
all our new subscribers watching,
thank you.
We love you. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. And can continue to like, share, comment, subscribe. We see you guys in the comments and we truly, truly appreciate you.
Really though.
And it's free.
I know,
right? That's the
all
great
you
part
gotta
about
do
it.
is just give me your nub and just
It's free.
hit
It's
it. That's
free.
all you gotta
It's
do.
quick.
She's
Boom, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. And we're done.
That sounds like, I'm not gonna say what that sounds like, but that sounds like a rendezvous late night kind of thing. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am.
I like that. That sounds
all
nice.
right. This week was
a lot.
This week was sad.
This week was a lot.
This week was sad.
It was. It was.
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels.
R.I.P. Kevin Samuels.
It's like that man passed, and like the minute he passed, social media was like, "Did you hear? Did you hear?"
I was shocked that it was so fast, and because even when it did initially come out, like it was still like wasn't confirmed. And then I remember you hit me up, and I was like, nah, like this is not real. Like this can't be real.
I didn't think it was
like
true
how.
Either. I thought it was like a hoax because you know a lot of people don't really like him. So
yeah,
I thought it was a hoax, and it wasn't until honestly, you know, the big platform I was waiting to confirm it was Shade Room. I was waiting for Shade Room to confirm it, and they didn't. And it initially when I heard it, it bothered me. I was like, no, this can't be. I was like, this is a hoax. This is a hoax.
Right.
And then Friday morning, Shade Room confirmed it when I was on my way into the office, and I was just like, wow.
Like,
wow.
So young.
Like,
so young, too.
In his career,
like,
absolutely.
Literally, like.
In his career, well, not to say, because he initially was in the corporate space.
Yes.
And then he was like, I never actually knew what exactly he did prior to, but I know he worked for some heavy names like Tom Ford and things like that. And then started doing YouTube, and initially was doing it behind fragrances. He was giving gentlemen fragrances, fragrance guidance. And then was heavily with men, involved in basically like image consulting with men, and then eventually branched off to the household name as we all know him as Kevin Samuels. I was saddened, and honestly, if we want to get really real with it, I am one of the people, you know, the group of women he talk about, 35, no kids, not married, you know, that I just, by the way, I just turned 35, but you know, this is what 35 looks like.
Hello.
But yeah, like you know, I didn't. How did you feel? Because I mean, I was sad. I ain't gonna lie.
I was sad. Let me keep it 100. Okay.
Keep it 100.
I I only knew him when he was like trending. Like I didn't watch his YouTube show, no shade or anything like that, but I would see, you know, clips of certain things that he was talking about or encounters that he had with other people or guest appearances or people that he was talking to on his show. And I was sad for the culture though, because I do realize he was a significant a part of the Black culture, really like newly. And I really just feel like he, whether you liked his opinion or not, or whether you understood what he was talking about, he made you think. He was very thought provoking. And that's the part that I was sad about, because like we had discussed, it's a lot of people floating out here that just they don't know what they're doing. They're not taking accountability for anything. They don't have no guidance. They don't have anyone telling them straight up, like, look, you're not all that in a bag of chips like you think you are.
A reality check.
It's that reality check thing.
He was
reality checking a lot of people.
The reality check was real.
The reality check was real.
For me,
even if it wasn't all the way real, it was some real, like, and he always struck a nerve with somebody.
He was honest. He was honest. That's one thing you cannot like sugarcoat. He was honest.
Yes, he was.
And like I said, I fall in the brackets. I definitely fall in the brackets that he always discussed. And honestly, for me, I can value someone and not have not share their same ideas,
right,
or their
exactly,
opinions,
exactly.
But so you guys know I'm a writer, right? So I'm a writer. I'm in the I work 9 to 5 too, so I'm in the corporate space. And seeing someone come from the corporate space, work diligently at something, break out,
venture out,
break out in a hugely successful, like a hugely successful person, and to see it cut short is just, for me, that's what I ultimately was like really like heartbroken about, because I just felt like, wow, like this man really didn't even get he didn't get a chance, because in my opinion, he was working his way to like a talk show.
He was literally about to have a talk show.
He was gonna have a talk show. That was what it was working its way into.
Brand deals, all type of stuff. Old Spice, all type of something. You know, I seen it. It was on the way. And I think that's probably why you were a bit more heartbroken too, because this is close to us, because this is something that we're doing as well. We are those women who are essentially following in those footsteps that he did with venturing outside of. We've conquered the corporate space,
right?
To keep it $150. Exactly. So we're venturing out, and we are really wholeheartedly going for what we truly believe and we are passionate about. And it's the same thing. Like, we are now on YouTube. We are now talking about topics, real life topics, and opening up the conversation for people, and attempting to be thought provoking, as well as fun and trendy, right?
Yeah. And I think that's, for me, that's where my sadness came from. It wasn't so much of, because I see a lot of women. I see a lot of women that were very upset, were rejoicing in his death. I can't.
That's sick.
Unless you do something. You do something actually, to me, I can't, rejoice in anyone's death. That ain't my
and that was another part that was really sad. Like, people were, you guys. You're disgusting.
Well,
I'm sorry.
People take things, I think you got to really watch his show to understand. And
that's the thing. People were getting clips, like,
and then
they're not getting the full. They're not getting the full scope of things.
Not only that, a lot of the men who followed him, because they might have been unsuccessful in their relationships, they would take maybe 4 sentences and turn it into this toxicity and spew it on their platforms. So a lot of times that's another reason why a lot of women didn't see the value in him, due to the way his followers would interpret his words. For me, what I saw, because I see a lot of, he was very much of an advocate for Black men.
Yes.
He was an ally for Black men.
Yes.
Black men don't have a lot of
strong guidance. I feel like,
and not even strong guidance, but they don't have a lot of people in the public sector, like real, just completely focused, channeling in on them. It's always it's never just solely focused on black men and black men being the priority.
Right,
And
right.
he brought that that focus in. He narrowed it in. He spoke to black men. He loved on black men publicly, you know. And I think that's a reason, because I've seen a lot of brothers like really like, I'm so hurt, you know, you were like a father figure.
Right, a father figure.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And then I seen women insulting that, calling them homosexual, saying that they shouldn't. Yeah, because
like, y'all are
just
trash.
crazy stuff.
I'm sorry.
Some of the women, some of the comments was really
Y'all are trash.
disgusting.
Because people, at the end of the day, people are entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
So just because you don't like it, don't mean that that's okay to rejoice in someone's
But you can't
untimely
ask
death.
for black men to be softer, and then when they show their vulnerability, then call
them
then
out.
question
Yeah,
their
their
sexuality,
sexuality.
because they're showing
Yeah.
vulnerability.
Yeah.
Clearly, this man was impactful in their lives. You know what I mean? And that was another thing, I think, for me, which I felt that was sad, because I was like, this is somebody who publicly loved black men.
Right.
There's not,
and will repeatedly
sorry,
stand for the value of black men.
And was going in for black men. We don't have that. Can you really name another? And then hold on. Not only was he advocating for black men to prosper, he dressed well.
Yes.
He was well spoken.
Yes.
He wasn't on his platform. You never saw him exchanging unpleasantries. You never saw him cursing a black woman out. You know, if you voluntarily call into a show and say, hey, am I a 4 or 5? If you want to rate me, rate me. You know, if you decide to, I'm not calling it nowhere.
You put yourself at risk.
Exactly. You know, and
you put yourself at risk to be read down, and he will read. Baby, he will read you down.
He will. Wait, I saw one clip with this one woman. I was laughing so hard. I ain't even gonna say it, because she wasn't pretty, but it was really funny. But anyway, I just think that's what the world, I think for black men, they're grieving because they lost a black man.
And that's what I'm saying.
Them.
I think it was a hit for the black culture.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
Absolutely.
And then, like I said, he was very thought-provoking. Everything he said I didn't agree with, but there were things that I did agree with, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's as if nowadays, if you have a difference of opinion, your life
weird.
isn't valuable.
Right.
Your
like
life is just not valuable anymore.
That makes zero sense. You're supposed to have people in your life that challenge you. Or
and
you'll
make
never
you think.
grow. You'll never grow. If everyone's the same and we all thought the same, like we'll all be all monotone and at the same, nothing will be done.
I agree.
It takes for people to think outside the box. It takes for people to take risks. It takes for people to question. Wait, what this is not right here. You know what I'm saying? Or call things out, call it how they see it. Like and you know what, I seen a tweet. Who tweeted? Somebody said something. I seen it floating around, but they were just basically saying to the effect, like, nowadays the people who are fake get all the praise and all the glory, and everybody want to follow all the fake stuff. But when the people are actually being real and saying what's real and keeping it a buck, they're getting the most hate, because people don't like to hear the truth about themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
they don't.
I just think
sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow.
Because it was funny, because I kept hearing that he was a bully, and I'm like, I was
Where?
reading that. Okay, so in the Shade Room, I saw the other night, I want to say last night, T.I. had spoken, just said people were being bullies.
Run that clip, because I literally just
we're gonna drop the clip.
Yeah.
So he says basically that people are being bullies in regard bullying and his death.
Yeah, and it's sick.
And I saw the comments, and the comments were saying, well, he was bullying and he was bullying. And I was like, y'all gotta understand what a bully is. A bully is someone that you're not doing anything.
Right. And you are involuntarily being harassed.
That is a bully. Now, if you pick up the phone and call and pay, okay? Because you have to pay. So you pick up the phone and you pay to talk to somebody.
Because the thirst.
That's going to get in your ass. That's not a bully. You shouldn't have paid then. And if you looked at his chats in YouTube, it was not for women. That's what kills me. Like, I'm seeing all these women call him a bully and all this stuff. I'm like, but it's nothing but women in his chat. So
listen,
clearly,
there's been a couple of things that he said that I've actually I put that shit in my memory bank when it comes down to dealing with men that I didn't know.
If you're 35, unmarried, you're a woman and you're 35 or older, unmarried with your leftovers. That was the last memory I have of that man. Ooh. And I still didn't give a damn. What that mean to me?
That's his opinion. Right. He's not living your life. He not living your life. He don't know what you done
No.
went through and what you've been through and what you doing.
Thank you.
So
So I mean, shoot. Shamari say shit sometimes I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that, friend. What I'm gonna do? Just be like, oh, that bitch died. Oh well. Then.
oh well.
Shouldn't have told me that I needed to do womty womty. Like I just
get over yourself.
Yeah, I just thought it was very ugly.
It was
in regard to the way people were handling it.
And this is and if you think about it, this is why they had a problem with him. Because had he been alive, he'll be getting in y'all asses right now.
But
for being so trash.
I mean, let's be honest though. Let's just be all the way real and honest. Would he be treated and bullied if Simon Cowell died? The guy on I'm just saying, because that dude was mean as hell. I never saw people hating him the way they hate Kevin Samuels. Cause I'm just calling a spade a spade.
I'm going to take a sip on that one.
Because if I'm not mistaken, American Idol, he was cruel to people. And
literally would tell people, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So he gets called stern and tough. But when a black man, and honestly,
talk about it, Shasta.
When a black man is being honest and telling you that, sis, you haven't really, you don't value yourself. Why are you seeking this man who has worked XYZ for, however many years and put himself on this pedestal?
And he's supposed to give it to you.
And he's supposed to give it to you. What did you do to earn your spot in that man's life? I mean, I don't know. I just feel like,
I think it's fair.
I think yeah.
I
feel like he wasn't even doing anything that's outrageous. He was just saying common sense. He was just saying things that,
it might have been more harsh and like
because
more
you was calling a stranger because you wanted some validation. But and then
on top of that, this man had 2 million plus followers on YouTube.
Girl,
y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all know the bed that y'all getting in when y'all call this man and participate in his show. You're not oblivious. So you knew what you was doing when you called.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't be mad.
Why calling the show and hear this opinion? This man is known for
being harsh.
He
gonna keep it $1.50.
I don't think calling him a bully is justifiable, but
even in death.
Yeah,
it's not.
It's not.
It's disgusting, actually.
And he promoted black marriage, and I mean, I agree. I feel very sorry for black men because y'all did lose an ally, and you guys don't have a lot of allies. And it don't matter what space you in as a black man. Black men don't have a lot of allies. Let's just keep it 100. They don't. So to have someone that looks like them jump through the same hoops that they've jumped through, loving them publicly, speaking well, dressing well.
Yes.
He was a role model. He was a role model for a lot of young brothers.
Yes.
And I really hope that black men take heed to what he was saying, because he valued you guys. And a lot of times, a lot of black men struggle with valuing themselves
because they're not told enough that they are valued.
Oh, absolutely.
And they don't. They definitely don't feel it. Not from the system. Not from the outside world.
Not from nothing.
From the media. Not from anything.
No. No. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. So it was a. Even my father even knew who he was, and my father's 10 years older than him. Yeah. And my father knew who he was.
Yeah.
So that says a lot.
The reach
that man had.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The reach.
And I'm sorry, he dressed so damn sharp. Like, could you really be mad?
I wish we had smell-o-vision sometimes, because I just know he smelled like some designer.
He did.
Y'all, I love designer. I stay in some designer, so I love some designer cologne.
I just kept thinking to myself,
I just know he smelled like $1 million.
I just pray that it ain't no funny business after everything is all said and done, because toxicology and everything is gonna come back. I'm just hoping. And then no funny
also I seen the young lady had to literally, the young lady that he was with when he initially passed away, or had like the tightness in his heart. She's like had to come out and clear her name. Like, people are trying to like,
girl, bye. You ain't got to clear. Only people you got to clear your name to is Atlanta PD. Don't nobody even know who you are. Don't nobody even know who you look like.
That's what she's saying. She's like, I can't even believe I have to do this, because people are just running with all these different narratives.
Girl, that's what people do. Let them run there with their narrative.
That's
girl,
sick.
I don't never stop a rumor. Go on ahead. Go on ahead, run that
People doing a thing.
motherfucker back.
Yeah.
I don't
And
never
while you're
stop
at
a
it,
rumor.
subscribe.
Ask Simone. Thank you. Ask Simone that shit.
Hit the link tree while you're at it.
It was me, him, Ray, Pookie and them, Tay. It was Talicious. It was all of us. You know what I'm saying? We was going up. We had the powder. We had the pills. We had the crack. We had everything.
And the pimp was slapping a hoe right over there in the corner.
Right over there in the corner because she didn't get off the blade fast enough. It was on. It was popping.
All of that.
It would have been so much extra.
And then we had
shit.
church on Sunday.
Yep. It had a buffet. The chef, trap star chef, he came down like, who? Yeah. He came down to cook, you know, some chicken and waffles and some seafood lasagna.
Yeah.
You know, and then we was chilling, you know.
And the Teletubbies came through.
For sure. We was doing Pilates. Like, this don't make no motherfucking sense. You was doing Pilates.
With the Teletubbies.
Eating seafood lasagna. With a pimp and a hole in the back. That would have been
some powder.
And some powder and some pills. You know, we was turning up. Like,
on a Tuesday.
It was Tuesday. He didn't die on Thursday. He died on Tuesday. That's what I'm saying. People just be making up the most craziest shit. Like,
doing the most. But, you know, I mean, the pressure of this media, though, can be pretty heavy. Like, people are just out of control and out of line. Like,
I know, but Kevin Samuels, Milk&Cookies, we valued you.
We did.
And we are definitely, we know that YouTube and the Black community definitely lost a great ally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you will be missed. Definitely. I mean, regardless of it all, it was always some good content. It was always thought-provoking. So, you know.
You're gonna go down in the Negro Hall of Fame,
right?
As one of those that niggas. It's like a few of those. And you got the that nigga. You got the that nigga award.
He got one of them.
Absolutely, he got the that nigga award.
We're gonna give it to you.
He could have been my sugar daddy.
Yeah. Shit. Here you go.
Girl, who talking?
Hey, Daddy.
Hey, Daddy. I know how to shut up. I'm pretty too.
Not I know how to shut up.
That's how you gotta start off. I'm a nerd and I like to read and I know how to shut up. And I could be your guest at your corporate events. No, I'm just playing. Let me stop. Anyways, moving along.
You ready to get into it?
Look
of the week.
Hey, look at the week. Look at the week.
All right, y'all. So, the look of the week this week is going to be very special. And it's going to be, like, close to my heart.
Absolutely.
Okay? So, look of the week is going to go to all of our beautiful mommies out there who is holding it down, taking care of business, taking care of their families, going after their dreams, being the boss bees that they are, the boss queens that they are. And still holding it down and raising these children right and doing what you're supposed to do by your family. You are going to be the look of the week. We are shooting this Mother's Day week. So we want to shout out all the beautiful mommies out there. You are doing a great job. You are doing a great job. You are not supposed to have all the answers. This is a learn as you go experience. Let me be the first to tell you, you would never fully be prepared. You know, it's so funny when I hear people say, I'm not ready. Like, I have to get ready first. Like, I'm like, you will never have everything in line. When it comes down to children. You will never have everything in line. You will never be ready.
I haven't planned enough.
You will never.
Let me update my spreadsheet.
You will never be ready. This is a learn as you go situation. So look at the week goes to you, all the beautiful mommies out there holding it down out there. You are special. You are loved. You are appreciated. And happy Mother's. We hope that you guys had a beautiful, happy Mother's Day.
Earthly and heavenly.
Yes.
Absolutely,
y'all.
All right.
Okay, moving right along.
Moving along. Speaking of cheering, Ari. Okay, thoughts, because you have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
If you rented, okay, so Ari Fletcher, she is I would call her an entrepreneur. I don't want to give her the title of a baby mama because
she's
more
been
than
getting
that.
her bag.
I want to give her way more credit than that because
she's been getting her own bag.
Who you date doesn't mean that go, because unless you actually work and run a business or have the ability to be able to see a business ran, that girl is always getting her makeup done, always shooting content. That is not easy. That is not easy. You know,
speaking from a content
personal
creator.
Yes, it's not easy, and she's always hustling. So but that's who we're speaking about, Ari Fletcher. She the young lady has a party. She had a gathering, I guess, and she rented out a club. And her son was there.
Yeah.
He's about 3 or 4. And she was dancing with her girls, twerking or whatever.
Yeah.
And her son
making that thing
let me
move.
drop the video.
Let me tell you
Put the
something.
video in that mother.
Shout out to Biggie. Shout out to Biggie.
She had a gathering, I guess, and she rented out a club. And her son was there.
Yeah.
He's about 3 or 4. And she was dancing with her girls, twerking or whatever.
Yeah.
And her son
making that thing
let me
move.
drop the video.
Let me tell you
Put the
something.
video in that motherfucker
That
right
thing
now.
was thangin'.
That thing was thangin'.
I would have threw some money. I would have gave her the last bit of my savings.
Not I, but I would have watched, because I did watch, and I don't even like pussy, but I watched.
I don't, but it was like the way that it was like waving and shit. I was like, that's magical.
That shit. You know, it was magical. It was
magically delicious.
You're ignorant. Anyway, so your thoughts though? Do you think, okay, so they started a petition. Okay, to get that girl's to have custody go back to her child's father, Herbo. Yeah, from Chicago. They all from Chi-Town. But what are your thoughts? I mean, I don't know. I don't have no kids. So, you know, I don't know what I mean. I have my baby, AP. We have kids, but they're older. So it's like, I don't know. A 3-year-old, I don't know.
First
You're
of all,
going to have to give your opinion on that.
First of all, y'all need to mind y'all goddamn business. Like, if she want her baby at the goddamn event, that's her child. That's what she's doing. If that's not what you want to do with your kids, okay. Don't do that with your kids. The fuck?
I know. I
just, like she said, she rented out the place for a private event. This was not a club where there's random ass people standing outside waiting to get into the VIP.
Yeah.
Free ladies in free before 10 o'clock. Like, she paid money to rent this place out and gave her private event. I don't know what the event was.
Yeah, I don't either.
But if she decided to have her son there and she paid X amount of money to do so, then that's her prerogative. Like, for you guys to make a whole petition for the baby to go back to the dad, like,
my thing is, you should have known better in my Monica voice, because everybody gonna have something to say.
Oh shit.
I mean,
she living her motherfucking life.
She is living her life. But I mean, you should have known they were gonna have something to say. You got a 3-year-old in the club, 3-year-old at your party, and you shaking ass.
Well, I get that point. Yes, someone's gonna have something to say, but a whole petition, y'all.
Girl, they put
a petition.
Girl, they made a petition to comb Blue Ivy hair. You know, the people is rude as hell.
Y'all just
they don't give a damn.
Mind y'all motherfucking business, child. Do what you gonna do with your children and let people do. Is that child is healthy, fed? He richer than us. The baby is richer than us. Let's talk about it, okay? The baby is motherfucking richer than us. That's rich business, okay? I'm on my motherfucking business, okay?
I just felt like, honestly, I was just like, you should have known better. You know they're gonna say something about you.
I didn't care that much.
I mean, I didn't give not a good goddamn.
Right. But to do a whole petition for me, like, of course, if stating your opinion, people are gonna have something to say. That's a baby in a club. Okay. And these same people that's talking about that's a baby in the club got 50,000 multiple men coming in to their home with their babies watching, got smoking with the homies. You know what? Let me be quiet.
I'm just funny about my kid. Like, I'm funny about kids. So I wouldn't have my baby there, no way.
Right.
Like, if me and AP, if I had a baby that was young, my baby now, I don't care what I rented out. If everybody drinking, partying and all that, I'm not gonna have my baby
right
there. That's just
that's what I would do, but I'm not gonna be so pressed to make a whole petition.
No, I got better things to do. But regardless,
that's for me where it just got like weird.
If I know, like, she eventually gonna have to wake up. You're in the public. You forfeited
You're in the public eye.
You forfeited your normal life.
You gotta be mindful.
You gotta be mindful of that. Yeah,
you gotta be mindful.
You already bossed the fuck up. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
and just do.
Now
that's
what
you need to do.
That's one thing. Like
This like the second time she done got some bull. Like, it's just some unnecessary shit. Like, girl, just come on,
relax. Like you said, you're in the public eye. You have a lot of people watching you. You just have to be mindful of the things that you're doing and the perception that that you're giving off. And I mean, I even have to say, I have to take that advice myself every day.
Absolutely. Sometimes I'll be wanting to comment on stuff, but then I have to catch myself and be like, what if one of my employees sees this? Or what if a potential investor sees me speaking crazy or acting a buffoon? I'm always mindful of that. So I just, I'll let something, just go, but I won't say nothing. But come on. You knew they was going to say something. Because I'm not going to lie. When I saw your booty and you was twerking and I seen, because she was hella twerking and her son was right behind her.
Twerking.
I was just like, why you just didn't let your son be with his dad?
Well, or like she could have just got a nanny or with the auntie.
No, go call his dad.
But y'all don't know. Everybody's saying go call his dad. Y'all don't know what his dad doing. His dad has his own life. He has his own artistry. He got a whole new baby on the way. How y'all know like they don't have a parental arrangement and it was her weekend? Like,
girl, it's not gonna be my weekend.
It's not always
I'm having
like
a
that.
Full-fledged party where we're gonna be popping bottles and shaking ass.
And so if I'm popping bottles and shaking ass, my baby finna be with their auntie or something.
Yeah, or something. My first thing
they ain't got the baby ain't gotta go to the daddy all the motherfucking time.
That's the first thing. That's the best place for him.
It is sometimes.
With
now
sometimes
sometimes it's not always the best place for them. Because guess what the daddy gonna do? Drop their ass off with grandma or auntie.
Well, I don't know. That part, that background, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, why you just didn't let him go with his baby, with his dad?
Like, I agree with what she said. If I pay money to rent out this club and do what I wanted to do in this club, then it's my prerogative if I want to have my son in the room. That's her prerogative, and she's right. That's her prerogative. Would I have my children in the room twerking like that? There might have been a couple of times where I was twerking like that, but not like that. But I was twerking though.
Yeah,
I was twerking.
Yeah, I
kids in the room.
in front of my nieces
Yeah,
all the
so
time.
I mean, it happens. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she was just being cute and got beside herself.
Not if I'm.
But for the most part, like, he's a baby. I wouldn't have my baby out like that. I don't know what time it was when this was happening. I don't know. It looked like it was pretty late, but I don't know. So I wasn't that. He in there. Shit, I don't know.
He was in
there. He was in there. Baby was partying with that balloon. He said, "Hey."
That little boy gonna be smacking ass before he's 7.
Yes, he will be.
And that's the thing. Just be careful exposing your children.
And that's what it is.
To all this
and that's
shit.
What it is. You listen. With everything you say and everything you do, you sow that seed, baby. Okay,
that's true.
So you might not give a fuck right now. You might be feeling some type of way about people talking about the fact that you had your son out in this what would appear to be a club environment while you were doing some very adult things. You're exposing your child to that. So now when he's 7 years old, try to do little freaky shit.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't want no woman around me that don't give a fuck. Get your old I don't give a fuck ass away from me, bitch. I need bitches that give a fuck. I'm sorry.
That got something to lose.
Yeah, if you I don't give a fuck, go somewhere with that shit.
But she's like that because she got money.
You could have money, but bitch, you want more money. There's
right.
There's no such thing as enough. Okay. Friend,
because you done already lost some deals. You lost a big deal.
Riri.
Because Riri, my bitch. And I could not believe she said what the fuck she said. And then wasn't even apologetic about it. Was like, I don't give a fuck. All y'all coming on here with y'all sad stories. I don't give a fuck about y'all sad stories. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
That was really fucked up for her to say that. Like,
girl, you better eventually start giving a fuck.
And shout out to Apple. We love you. We praying for you, mommy, because Apple called her out on that shit.
Oh yeah.
Apple called her out on that shit. Apple Watch called her out on that shit. Like, girl, you don't know what people been through. Like, I've been in that space where I had a nigga put a gun to my head telling me he gonna kill me if I walk out the goddamn door. You can't play about stuff like that.
And finding that shit sexually attractive, that is a what do you call battered woman syndrome? Like
It's
a motherfucker.
weird.
There is nothing attractive about a weapon being put to your
It's
head and being
weird.
told don't leave the house. Excuse me.
I don't want no
absolutely
jealous
not. I
ass
don't
man.
want
That I can't.
you want to be a broke bitch? Deal with a jealous ass man.
Hello.
If you want to be a broke bitch.
Hello.
Because a jealous ass man ain't gonna do nothing.
He ain't gonna do nothing but hold you back.
Thank you. And you motherfuckers gonna be sitting there with no window to throw the piss out of.
And so that's the thing. That's the part that I feel like Ari has to learn. She needs to watch the perception that she's putting out with the things that she's saying and the things that she's doing, and then she needs to be a little bit more like apologetic and compassionate. Like she doesn't take accountability for when she clearly rubs a lot of people the wrong way.
That's young minded though. That's what that is. You know, when you're younger, you really don't care. You don't have the perception. You don't think of, you're always so close to the elephant. You can't see it's an elephant because you're linear. You're looking at one perspective and one perspective only. As you grow as a human, eventually you'll evolve and start going, wow, that's how I'm being perceived. That's not who I am. And you'll kind of have a different type of you'll kind of have a balance.
I had to go through that.
Absolutely.
I
went through the same thing. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I do what I want. But there's a certain point. It's a certain point as a woman where you need to give a fuck.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry. That's why I said I don't want no woman around me hollering out she don't give a fuck.
Because that's reckless.
That's way.
That's reckless. That means you gonna have me in some shit.
That mean yeah.
And I don't want to be in no shit.
No, because I beat your ass. I'm not too far grown from beating a bitch up. Don't play with me. I don't want to be in no bullshit. Don't put me in no bullshit. Don't have me around your bullshit ass nigga. I don't want to be around no bullshit ass friends. I don't want none of that.
Dude, none of that.
None of that. Girl,
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Okay, shout out Agent Dog. Moving right along, Lala.
Yes, shout out Lala. That was a great interview, girl. That was a great interview with Charlamagne the God. Shout them out. Oh my gosh, she was so transparent and she was so just like, her energy just felt so warm and it felt so wise.
Did you see when he asked her about leaving the relationship? I thought she was gonna cry.
Yeah.
I was like, please don't cry, baby. Stay strong. Don't cry. Fuck that. You done shared enough tears. Don't you dare cry.
But you know what? Sometimes those tears, those tears just come just from a sense of being overwhelmed because, like she said, to leave that marriage was one of the hardest things that she ever did in her entire life.
I'm sure it was.
So it's like, well, what you expect? You was with a basketball player, or what you thought was gonna happen? It's like, actually, I didn't think that was gonna happen. So it happened, and it was a learning experience, and it's just another chapter in my life that I can learn from, but it's also the chapter that brought me my greatest gift, which was my son. Absolutely. So it's not something I ever will regret or anything like that. I mean, we did some amazing things together. We had an amazing time together. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out.
You know, we all grow over time. You know, when you look back at the person you were at the start of that relationship to the person you are now, what's the biggest changes within you?
Within me, I think that stepping away from that marriage was such an incredibly hard decision for me. But it made me realize, like, there's nothing I can't do. Staying is easier. Staying is easier.
Really?
Walking away is harder. Staying in your comfort zone, what you know, your house, your kids happy because their parents are together, that's easier. Walking away on your own and trying to rebuild a life by yourself, I was with him when he was 19 years old. Like, that's all I've known. So to step away from that and try to build my own life and still keep my sanity and keep things normal for my son who only knew his mom and his dad together, that wasn't the easier decision, but I had to make a decision for myself. So now it's like, wow, if I could do that, I can do anything.
Because like she stated, like she had been with Carmelo Anthony since she was 19.
Wow. And
okay. And she's in her 40s, if I'm not mistaken.
Is she in her 40s?
Or close to.
Man,
don't
what
quote
are you
us.
Doing? What is you using? Girl, you look every bit of 32.
Bomb. So, you know, she was saying that was one of the hardest things she could do. So yeah, I can imagine where, you know, when someone asks you those things, sometimes it just penetrates you in a way where it strikes those emotions. But I think what she said was very real. That was one of the hardest things that she ever had to do. And she realized through that experience, though, that she could endure and get through anything. If she can get through that, she can literally handle anything. And like, kudos to you, because like she said, it's easy to stay. It's easy to stay and be comfortable and just deal with things because you don't want to have to go through the change initially.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For me, when I watched it, he had one kid, then he turned around and had another kid, and that woman ain't never said a bad thing about that man.
Not at all.
She, to me, because and we've talked about this in earlier episodes, where a man can hurt you and you still love him so much that you protect him. And I think
That's
that
facts.
and I think a lot of times I see women, you think you'll spew hatred, but when you really love somebody, and
It's unconditional.
It's unconditional.
It's unconditional. And at the end of the day, this is still her son's father.
And that to me right there, and I want that, honestly, I want to speak about that because I really want women to understand the importance of when you get to going and negatively bashing your child's father on platforms. That woman, not once but twice, had her husband. This is not her baby daddy. This is her husband.
Hello.
Her husband, meaning half and half of everything. Okay, meaning we made a covenant with God
as one together.
Thank you. Saying that death do us part, meaning I am yours and you are mine. Okay, and not one but two children on this woman. 2 children on this woman, and this woman is still never said a bad thing about that man.
Yeah, and I definitely
respect.
I'm
love
the same way.
her for that.
I'm the same way, and you know
Absolutely.
it. I don't utter not one bad word about anything to my children's children about their father. What happened in our relationship is what happened between me and him in our relationship. That has nothing to do with their relationship with their dad.
Absolutely.
Nothing. And like I always say, like, they'll find out.
And you know what? And
they'll find out for themselves.
And guess what? And at that time, if your child might still be that's their parent.
That's their
you can't
You can't.
And I like my respect for her. Granted, I already respected her going from a VJ to an actress.
Her career
she's just hopping. She's a part of 50 Cent's brand, and she's there was a lot of flack about her when she was initially in Power. She doesn't know how to act. She must have went back, got some more training, and she's in The Shy. Now she's in in another 50 directed TV show. And it just was to see her talk about something that's so painful. Your spouse not only cheating but
having children.
That is, for a woman, that is like basically
just kill me now,
girl.
Just kill me and throw me in the coffin.
Let's be honest,
and slide me on into that motherfucking
when your significant other cheats or does this, what's the first thing to go? Well, what did you do? What wasn't she doing? She took all that and still held her head up
in
high.
the public.
In the public eye. This is Kim K's best homegirl. So everybody in her business.
This is Carmelo Anthony.
You know what I'm saying?
NBA star.
And she just was like, I just did it. She was so
she was
graceful.
So poised and wise. Like her energy was that's what I'm saying. Her energy was very warm and wise and very calm. And I loved it. I loved what she had to say. I mean, because even now, she didn't say not one bad thing.
And
she said that their relationship is good and they are co-parenting great. They go to games together and events together, so that way their son still has that family environment with them together in one room, because your children need that.
Absolutely, because those are, at the end of the day, those are her ex-husband's children. So that's your son's, that's your son's siblings.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? Act ugly to them
every time?
Every time? No.
What they do? They didn't ask to be here.
They did not ask to be here. Absolutely.
It's not
they
their
didn't
fault.
ask to be here. I just was really, as a Black woman, I was proud of her. And honestly, keep rocking.
Yeah.
You know, because if it ain't meant to break you, it's just gonna make you stronger.
It's meant to build you.
And you know, it made me think
you.
about it was like two sides of the coin, because you have a woman who left, and then you have, for example, you have Rashida who stayed. And they're happy, they're okay,
Yeah,
they're thriving.
They're thriving.
They
she got
are
several
thriving.
businesses.
Rashida and Kirk, I see so much. It's crazy. I see so much. You know, that's why I say, like, if you're in a relationship and it's not going, and he may say he cheats, you might give up on somebody that might be a better man, or he might, in Lala's situation, he might not be for you. He might not be for you.
It might be time. His season is up.
There is no way to judge it.
It's not.
Your story is your story.
Exactly. And that's why we always say, live your life for
Absolutely.
you. Nobody else is walking in your shoes. And it took, I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I've said this before. It took me 35 years to learn that.
No, for real.
I'm just now grasping that concept that I can't please everybody. Everybody's not going to be happy with my decisions and choices that I make in life, or the things that I do, or the things that I say, or the things that I put out on this earth. They're going to either hate, they're going to be mad. Somebody's going to always have something to say, but that can't stop me from doing what I want to do wholeheartedly and living my life to its fullest potential.
I'm going to keep it 100. If AP would have had 2 kids on me, I couldn't have done the interview, because I'd have been like, that bitch ass nigga. Fuck that nigga. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it,
that bitch too,
fuck that bitch
because she knew that was my husband. Oh, scallywag.
They'd have been like, boop, and you know what? Boop,
yeah,
and you know what? Boop, boop. Cut to commercial. Cut to commercial.
As a matter of fact, drop the Addy hoe. I'm on my way.
You know what, Charlamagne? You bringing up pain points with me, and I'm about to go bust his windows. Girl, I can't handle that.
Listen,
I can't handle that.
Listen,
I can't handle that.
And that's why God has not put you in that position.
Absolutely
Lord.
not.
Amen.
God, no.
Rejoice.
God, no. I'm gonna throw away every.
Give thanks, y'all. You better be grateful, because shit can go
Wait,
left.
I can see.
Get real tricky in the land.
Stretching and shit. The girl gonna be like, "Why is she stretching that?"
Because she about to beat your
like,
ass.
run, bitch, run. She about to beat your ass.
It's about to be over. Life flashing for your eyes.
God, please don't put that on me. Don't put that on me.
He know not to do it.
He know.
I
can't handle that.
Child.
I can't handle that. I'm one of them females they talking about. I don't want don't do that to yourself.
She said, I'm the one and the two.
I am, child.
I used to be. Now I just don't even do.
I die over that nigga. I love that nigga way too motherfucking much. I don't play about AP. I do not play about AP.
We know this. Thanks. We are aware.
I will Sparta a bitch. You want to get... I will Sparta you, bitch. Don't play with me.
Do not play.
100%.
Kick you into another dimension.
California. It's thin out here with good black men. Once you get one, you better hold on to him like keys to a Benz. You understand me? Hold him. You better...
Tight.
Sis.
Yeah.
I don't know about you other states, but I know in California.
Mm-hmm.
Whoo.
But like you said, like, you have to do what works for you. By any means, we are not telling you to stay in a toxic situation. If it's toxic and it's not moving forward and nothing is changing, then yes, you need to get out of that.
But sometimes, I'm gonna keep 100. Sometimes females be toxic too. So
absolutely.
So sometimes you be toxic
too. It goes
too.
both ways. It's 50-50 around here.
I agree.
It goes both ways, because you do have those women who are super jealous. Like, you could just literally, literally just be polite and be cordial and have some manners.
You can't even say hi.
And say hello to someone, and they be like, "Why you say hi to her? You know that bitch? I know you know that bitch. I bet you got her number. I bet you got her." And it's like the snowball. Like, it does happen.
That's one thing I can say, like, in my relationship, like, I'm so thankful, like, we're not like that with each other. I was in the beginning. I was batshit crazy, but now I'm like,
when she was just literally saying how she'll Sparta.
That's because I know I got a good man. Like, I'm crazy over him, but shout out to you, Lala. I don't want to get too much off topic. Shout out to you, Lala.
Yes.
Thank you for your honesty.
Absolutely. And your transparency, and just, because I really feel like us as women could take away from what she's experienced and what she allowed to share with the world. And
I hope for a lot of women it
resonated.
Yeah, and I hope also too that you take heed. I hate when I see women bad mouthing their children's father on social media. I see that so much, and I hate that stuff. Like,
and then it don't go away.
It don't go away.
It don't go away.
It don't go away. Same thing as you putting your coochie on there. It ain't gonna go away, sis. Girl,
We shall just hope it looks
put your
good.
coochie on
We just shall
OnlyFans.
hope it look. Put your booty on.
I love me a
I give you
coochie on.
$1,000. Shout out, Boosie.
I love me a coochie on social media.
I
girl.
cannot stand you. Shut the hell up.
I promise I'm not bisexual, but it's content. I always like. But listen to me. I'm gonna like it because I feel like
You deserve a like.
Your twerk video that got 7 likes gonna get 8 if I'm your friend. You understand me?
If I see it,
If I see it, you gonna get another like
I'm
from
gonna get
me. Yeah, I feel because I be like, she earned it.
yeah.
That take a lot.
Yeah.
That take a
It do.
lot.
And you know, guess who else earned some likes?
Who else earned some
Milk and Cookies. So y'all better make sure y'all like it up, comment it up, subscribe it up, put
Do
the
it all.
notification bells on.
Child. Oh yeah.
We have come to the end of the show,
We
y'all.
have.
I know we told y'all that we were going to be reviewing the rest of Secrets of Playboy, but we just felt like we needed to dedicate a little bit time to Kevin Samuels and just
Absolutely.
show our love and support for him and his family and
Yes.
his true
And his
genuine
mother. And his
fans
mother.
and his mother who found that out on social media, child.
3 days before Mother's Day. Her Mother's Day will never be the same.
Never be the same.
Never be
So
the
we want to
same.
send you love and light, mommy.
Love. So much love.
Yeah, so much love. And guys, like we always do, and we tell you, we would like to hear from you. So please make sure that you are commenting, letting us know how you feel. We are also continuing to take submissions for Look of the Week. So Milk, let them know where they can submit those submissions for Look of the Week.
Please send it to our Gmail at milk&cookies0206@gmail.com. Always love. Make sure, in the subject title, put Look of the Week, please.
Yes,
I
please.
get submissions and it just is a picture. Please put Look of
And
the Week.
I mean, it
'cause
doesn't
I'll
have to be you. If you guys see someone in the media that you
Absolutely.
want to bring attention to us, please share.
Also, we will be on Tuesday where guest
guest appearance.
Yes, on the Fire podcast.
Yes.
On Tuesday, May 10th. So it'll
Please
be
tune
premiering.
in.
I think we'll be going live at 5:30.
Yes, I believe
5:30
so.
Pacific Standard Time.
Yes.
So please check us out on that platform.
Yes, absolutely.
And Milk and Cookies.
It's out.
AP, I need some outro music so I can act like I'm a scripper again.
It's the Hennessy.
It's
That's what
and the
that's-
seltzer.
That's the concoction. The concoction.
Ooh.